Hello and welcome to FatbossTV. In this video I'm going to show you how to get the Magnets How Do They Work achievement from Upper Blackrock Spire on Heroic.
Yes, from Orebender, the first boss. And this achievement is actually pretty difficult. If you just try and go in there and wing it with a pug, you're probably going to fail if you don't properly organize and assign places to everyone and completely understand what you actually have to do for the achievement.
So what you need to do in order to get this achievement, you need to stop the boss from casting an ability called Thundering Cacophony more than 4 times during the entire encounter. Now, he'll only ever cast this ability when he activates the energy conducts around the outsides of the room. So when he does activate them, you need to deactivate them to prevent him from spamming these casts off. Now, he'll actually do this phase 3 times. He'll do it at 75%, 50%, and 25%. And you're looking at getting maybe 1 cast per phase. If he does more than 1 cast per phase, then you're likely to fuck up the achievement, because if he does cast it more than 4 times, the achievement is over. And there are reports that you're only able to do this achievement once per time you're gone in the instance. So if you do wipe, the chance of you being able to do the achievement again seem unlikely, because it does seem bugged in that aspect.
So of course the idea is, as soon as he gets into the phase, you deactivate the conducts and then you just get on and go straight back onto the boss. Now before you actually pull the boss, you'll notice that there are 7 of these conducts around the outside of the room. And what we did is that we assigned a player to 2 conducts each, minus the healer. We just let the healer sit on the platform and heal the players. They're probably going to get wrecked by the orbs going around the outside of the room. So we assigned everyone to 2, and then we had 1 player go to 1, because of course that otherwise we'll have to have 8. So the idea is that as soon as the boss is about to go down into one of the phases, so just before 75% health or 50 or 25% health, is that you'll run down and stand next to your conduct and get ready to click it. And as soon as he goes down and actually activates the conducts, you are right there, ready to click them, and you just do both of them. Because the distance between the 2 conducts that you're assigned to, or even the 1 conduct you're on, is so minor that you can easily click both of them before he even gets a cast off. So if everyone drops down, including your tank and all your DPS, just leave your healer up there, all of them go down, click on the conduct, he'll immediately come out of the phase, and then you just jump straight back on. And what you want to do is just repeat this 3 times throughout the entire fight, of course, because for each different phase. However, of course, you're going to have to click more and more conducts each time, because the amount of conducts that you need to click does increase throughout the entire fight. It gets like kind of bigger and bigger and bigger, and towards the end you need to pretty much click on all of them, so you've got to make sure that you are ready to move from your first conduct to your second one.
And the reason why everyone jumps down to start with is because you have no idea which ones are going to become active. So by having everyone just jump down every single time, someone's always going to be near one of them to instantly click it. Now when you do jump down, you do need to try and avoid the orbs as much as you possibly can, but if you can't, you need to let your healer know, or you need to use some form of cooldown, because these orbs hurt a lot.
Yeah, they do really, really hurt.
And with the boss doing 1 cast each time, that's also AoE on top of the raid, so you may well struggle. It's probably a good idea for each time the healer to try and use some sort of cooldown when you drop down, especially when it's the last one, because that's when you're going to be down there for the longest amount of time, because you're going to have to click every single conduct.
Another little thing that you might want to take into account when you are down there clicking on conducts is if you do, at least for me as a hunter, I could run around with a deterrence and still actually interact with the conducts. So if you have anything like that that will stop the damage hitting you, normally that grants an immunity, you can normally still click on the conduct. So do try and use that before the fight, and you can kind of tell whether or not it will work.
Another tactic that you can try is actually standing on top of the conducts. Apparently that can make it so you don't take any damage from the balls at all. But it's not really a reliable tactic, and you're going to have to move off them, especially on the last phase, because you're going to have to click multiple ones. But if you're really, really struggling, try standing on top of them, see what happens.
And one last little tip, I'm not really sure if this is just a problem with the boss or not, is that if you do have a Death Knight who can use Army of the Dead and have the Army of the Dead actually constantly attack the boss and taunt them, you know, when the army... Everyone knows that Death Knights are annoying when the armies go crazy, but you actually want him to do this because for some reason he doesn't seem to actually go into this phase, this like energy conduct phase, if he's constantly switching targets with the Army of the Dead. So you can actually skip an entire phase if you can nuke the boss down quick enough during this. So if you have like Bloodlust and stuff like that on top of this, you might even be able to skip 2 phases, and then that will kind of make the achievement completely trivial. But of course this might just be a bug with the boss at the moment, so it may or may not work. Don't rely on it. Still assign people to go and do their jobs, and you should be absolutely fine. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If this achievement video did help you out, then make sure you do give us a like. It helps us out a lot, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.